Hey everybody, this is Deplorable Bobby. You're looking at the Georgia Guidestones. It's very, very windy out here. I apologize if you hear the wind through the microphone, but we're out in the middle of nowhere, literally in the middle of nowhere, and we're on the top of a little hill surrounded by acres and acres of pasture and cows and all kind of stuff. So we're way out in the country. It was a little over a 3-hour ride for me to get here this morning, but I'm going to be dropping pictures in there in this video as I go. I've took pictures of everything that's on the stones, so I'll go ahead and get started, and we'll talk about the 10 Commandments of the New World Order, is what some people like to call it. The Georgia Guidestones consist of 4 tall granite slabs. You can see those standing there, and a center of equal height, and you can see that as well. Now the capstone sits atop all 5 of those stones, and the 4 granite slabs are 16 feet 4 inches tall. They are 6 foot 6 inches wide and 1 foot 7 inches thick and weigh more than 20 tons each. The Georgia Guidestones are referred to as the America's Stonehenge because of the shapes and the dimensions. The Georgia Guidestones were commissioned by a man only known as R.C. Christian. R.C. Christian had to go to a local bank to secure funding for this project because the local granite company there was called Elberton Granite Finishing Company. They wouldn't start work until they were guaranteed their money, and this was in 1979. So at the bank, Christian spoke with a banker by the name of Wyatt Martin, and he aided R.C. Christian in his efforts to secure a loan, and the project got underway shortly. Well, this country banker is the only man who knows the true name of R.C. Christian. The banker needed his true name to process the financial transactions. So banker Martin also signed a privacy agreement with Christian to never disclose his true name. And so far, the banker has kept his promise. This was in 1979. And I don't know if he's still alive or not. Many have called this monument a pagan place. You know, it's a pagan landmark. You know, and it was the work of the devil. Many believe it was the handiwork of the NWO or the Illuminati or the Rosicrucians. They're the RC for his initials, Rosicrucian. But yet others, believe that it contains guidelines for survivors of an apocalypse. Or, maybe they're the followers of Thomas Paine. He had his guide on the Age of Reason that talked about a lot of this stuff. The stone structure also has a calendar and a compass. At noon every day, the sun shines through a hole in the capstone, showing the day on the centerpiece at noon. On the capstones are etched these words: let these Guidestones, let these be Guidestones to the age of reason. That's why they want to talk about maybe it has something to do with the followers of Thomas Paine. The guides are written in English, Swahili, Hebrew, Spanish, Russian, Arabic, Chinese, and Hindu. I'm going to go over to the Guidestones here in a few minutes, and I'm going to read to you what these stones actually say. We must understand the meaning of these stones, but until we reach a population of 500 million or less, these stones are absolutely meaningless. Unless you're like many and you see it as a reduction in population as no problem, well, then you're probably part of the New World Order as it goes. But if we're going to reduce our population to 500 million, that means about 6.5 billion people are going to have to disappear. I don't know what their plan is to disappear, but they have a plan. So I'm going to get over here to these Guidestones, see if I can adjust this camera just a little bit, and I'll see if I can read these stones. It's a little overcast. You can see the clouds. There's no sun anywhere. It's just overcast and windy. It's the first cool day we've had, though. But you can look all around. There's nothing here. There is a house way back over there somewhere, but it's all out in the country. And that's just standing here on a hillside with nothing around it but cows. All right, I'm gonna try to read this without screwing it up too bad. The Guidestones start off: maintain humanity under 500 million and perpetual balance with nature. Guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity. Unite humanity with a living new language. See there? They want to make it all one world language. Rule passion, faith, and tradition, and all these things with tempered reason. Protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts. Let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court. There we go again, the new world order. Avoid petty laws and useless officials. Balance personal rights with social duties. Prize truth, beauty, and love, seeking harmony with the infinite. Be not a cancer on the earth. Leave room for nature. Leave room for nature. And that is what is written on these Guidestones. And when I get back to the house and I start producing this video, I'll do my best to comment on those things a little bit before I post. But I'm just going to walk around here best I can and let y'all just take a look at these Guidestones. I have to admit, I'm a little let down by them. But then again, I mean, what can you expect? Let's see here what it says. The Georgia Guidestones, center cluster erected March 22nd, 1980. Let these Guidestones be a guide to reason. It says the channel through stone indicates celestial poles. Horizontal slots indicate the annual travel of the sun. Sunbeams through the capstone marks noontime throughout the year. The Arthur R.C. Christian is a pseudonym. Sponsors a small group of Americans who seek the age of reason. The time capsule is placed 6 feet below this spot that I'm standing on now. And it's going to be opened, but the date is not there. So it's a time capsule, as you can see. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's a time capsule. But there's no open date. It's left blank. The overall height is 19 feet 3 inches. Total weight, 746 pounds. 4 major stones are 16 feet high, 4 inches high each, weighing an average of 42,437 pounds. I'll go over all this in the video as I get back home, but I just want you to take one more look. We've got some people that just showed up, so I may go over there and talk to them for a minute and see what they have to say. But I'll be back in about 4 hours. I'll get this posted as quick as I can. Well, I'm back at the house and I want to go over a few things. I want to talk about the 500 million people that they say that we need to reduce our population to maintain balance with nature. This sounds to me like the New World Order. Fitness and diversity, they promote fitness so all diverse people can perform their assigned duties. There'll be one language. We had one language long ago, back in the days of the Tower of Babel. That didn't work out quite so well for mankind. That's why God gave us many languages and sent us out across the earth to populate it. We have to have tempered reason, and tempering makes things hard and strong. Reason is simply thinking straight and using your brain. Fair laws and just courts, that's something that we could use today. But fair laws for who? For the elite? And why is it even a court anymore? It's a world court, one world order court, and all will be judged on the world stage. Petty laws and useless officials need to go away. I agree with that. We need to get rid of a lot of this stuff we have in our governments around the world, with all the socialism and communism and neo-Nazism. We need to get rid of the laws and the officials that don't agree with the New World Order, and that is what they intend to do. Balance and personal rights. Personal duties are our personal rights. It will be our personal duty to do whatever the New World Order says. It says that truth, beauty, and love, and harmony with the infinite. But who is infinite? Only God is. Be not a cancer on the earth, the stones said. So if you're hurt or sick or just getting old, you're a cancer on the world. And you will be one of those 6 billion people who will be murdered or done away with in order to achieve 500 million worldwide. And then in the end it says, leave room for nature. Well, I promise you, my friends, if we lose 6.5 billion people on the earth, there will be plenty of room for nature. Okay, I brought you all I need to say on this topic. I'm glad that you participated with me and took time to listen. I'll talk to you tonight at 8 p.m. Y'all have a great day.